Jansen Harris here with the Just Good Network. I'm reporting, and soon we're going to have Sean Fowler on the show. He's finishing up doing what he does, but he's going to give us our insight on this. Calvin Ridley and Julio Jones. I'm talking about that dynamic duo, why I think they will be the best duo in 2020 if we have a season. Coronavirus is going on. Rest in peace to those 100,000 people who have died and others who have been affected. Hopefully for a speedy recovery. Power to the people. Let me talk about Calvin Ridley real quick. He's an absolute monster. Let's go back to college. First team All-SEC in 2017. 2016, second team SEC. So, he was balling since day one. I can't even sit here and say it's a surprise. 6 foot, 189 pounds, runs a 4.43, 40-yard dash, straight beast. Now, when I talk about his 2018 rookie season, and I spoke to Sean a lot about this too, we watched games together at his cribbo, and he put in a lot of work. Is he Julio Jones great yet? No, he's not, but he's still a great player. 2018, 64 catches, 821 yards, 10 touchdowns, which is key because we know Julio Jones don't score a lot of touchdowns. 12.8 yards a catch. He exceeded expectations as a rookie. People were talking a lot of high praise, like, okay, he's going to live up to the hype. Is he that good? Blah, 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 blah. Maybe the Falcons should have won defense instead of offense, but Calvin Ridley has solidified himself as that number 2 guy, even year one. And he could be a number 1 on another team, like the Jets or other teams like that. Let's just keep it a buck. 2019, 63 receptions, 886 yards, 7 touchdowns, was a straight monster. Now let's talk about some of the things I like about him, just outside of the numbers. Great route runner, creates his own space. He's able to do that. Great body language. He has multiple gears. He could turn it on in the third and fourth quarter. He knows how to play with other great receivers. Julio Jones. He knows exactly what he's doing. Great hands. Great stop and slant movement. He is really that good. Just had to break that down. And Julio Jones, I'll talk a little bit about him, but if you just go back in the old videos, let's just keep it 100. I've said so many great things about Julio Jones. He's a straight monster. 7 seasons, 1,000 yards. 2015, which everybody remembers, him and both Antonio Brown went off that season. 136 catches. He was a straight monster. 1,871 receiving yards. You got to be kidding me. Who does stuff like that? You're looking at automatically the number 1 receiver in Falcons franchise history, probably a top 10 guy. Julio Jones, he looks good on paper. He has the 40-yard dash. He got the body. He got the size. He got the hands. What does he not have? You put 3 guys on him, you know what he could do. So coming up right now, we're going to have Sean Fowler on the show. Like always, breaking down expertise guy. He had great hands. He did his thing in high school and college. And rumors are he's going to be pursuing some tryouts coming up soon. Extra information for y'all, too. Had to throw that in there. Sean Fowler is going to give his take on Calvin Ridley and Julio Jones up next.
All right. You good whenever you're ready. Yeah, Jansen. So the question was, is Julio Jones and Calvin Ridley possibly the best duo in the NFL? I think definitely they're top 5. You have to also see in the NFC South, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, now Rob Gronkowski. I understand we're talking about duo, so it's 2, not necessarily the triplets. But you still have to respect Evans and Godwin. You look in Dallas, Amari Cooper. I think he's sort of been an underrated receiver the last couple of years. I think he's still top 10. Also, Michael Gallup had over 1,000 receiving yards. So, and also, I'm going to go ahead and bring this team in here as well. The Cleveland Browns, Odell Beckham Jr., Jarvis Landry, best friends. They didn't have a great season statistically last year. But you have to admit, though, at least coming into the second season with more experience under Baker Mayfield, this would be Jarvis Landry third year, Odell Beckham Jr.'s second year there. You still have to look out for them to possibly at least make some noise, seeing how awful they did as a team last season. So, when I look at Julio Jones, I still think overall he's the best receiver. Again, he had over 1,400 receiving yards, 6 touchdowns, almost 100 catches. I think he had 99 receptions, excuse me. Calvin Ridley, again, over 850 receiving yards, 7 touchdowns, and over 65 catches. So they can definitely make the argument to be the top duo. So I think they're top 5, top 3 possibly, but I'm not going to say they're the best as of yet, just because I think I'll probably rate Michael Gallup a little bit higher than Calvin Ridley. But I think overall they definitely are top 3, top 5, respectively. But I do know this. I'm ending off with this. If they want to make the playoffs, Calvin Ridley, Julio Jones, they got to be on top of their game. You know, Matt Ryan's not getting any younger. So they're definitely going to have to have a huge impact, you know, along with Tyler Gurley coming there. So that's all I have to say on that. I think Ridley and Julio expect great things to come. Signing off, Sean Fowler.